This is Eagle Owl, and today we're going to talk about Darius Slay possibly going to the Commanders. Also, a Cowboys legend want Jalen Hurts. Lastly, Micah Parsons dissing Jalen Hurts. But let's get straight into it. All right, so before we hop straight into it, want to talk about some Eagles news, some Eagles Twitter. But yeah, let's start with some Eagles news first. So Mekhi Becton is reportedly going to explore the market, but all in all, he want to come back to the Philadelphia Eagles. So Howie Roseman, trying to fill him out, see how much money he could get in the open market. But if we can work with him, we will pay him. He's my off-season move I forgot to talk about because I remember in my last video I said, "Oh, we got Bond, I'm good." No, I was kind of lying. I do want Mekhi Becton back. I like Tyler Steen. I know some of the people gonna like it's Tyler Steen and Trevor Keek. I like those guys, but Becton, as I told y'all since last offseason, I'm like, yo, when we signed this dude, like he's gonna be different. And if he can move to that right guard and want to play guard, he will be a different guard, especially run blocking because he's so powerful. Now the pass blocking to me could have did a little work. There was times he really got beat, but there was times in pass blocking I seen him stand up Chris Jones. Chris Jones just couldn't get no leverage and run blocking. He was just amazing. So hopefully, we can pay him. I know it's gonna be a team that's gonna try to overpay him, but if he could, work with us, he'll be back as a Philadelphia Eagle. All right. Another thing is I hinted at this guy possibly coming to Philadelphia, but Trey Hendrickson, look, Cincinnati Bengals are bugging. They tripping. But they let him seek out a trade, figure out what team he want to go to. And I know a lot of guys, when I mentioned his name, was like, oh, he's 30. He's going to be turning 31 in December, this, that, and the third. But I'm like, yo, he got 17 and a half sacks 2 seasons in a row. And it feel like he's just the odd man out. I think they're going to try to pay T. Higgins. They owe Jamar Chase, and they probably looking like we just can't pay him. So we just going to let him go somewhere else. And they wasting Joe Burrow because what they supposed to be doing right now, because the offense is phenomenal. They got to find some pieces on that defense, or hell, find a better coordinator. Because what the Eagles did is that we added money towards the offensive side. We got some guys on the defense that's getting paid, like Zach Bond, like CD Dews. But other than that, it's not too many big contracts on the defensive side. But you got to give out some big contracts on the defensive side. So I'm not sure what the Cincinnati Bengals plan to do, but hopefully one of the plans is to work with the Philadelphia Eagles because we on the NFC side. If they could give us something favorable, I would not mind Trey Hendrickson being a Philadelphia Eagle, older or not. 30 as a edge rusher, you still, you still got it. You still got it. So hopefully, he's in Philly. If we can't get Miles Garrett, because a lot of you guys say we can't afford him, but maybe we can afford the Trey Henderson. Again, 17 and a half sacks, first in the league last year. Can't beat that. You're getting a dominant defensive end. All right, so let's get into the last quick hit, and it's going to segue into the topics. Yeah, I got to talk about the Eagles Twitter mess. I won't go into too much details about it, but if you're on Twitter or X, I should call it, formerly known as Twitter, there was a lot of things going on. So I reported yesterday morning. I believe, CJ Gardner Johnson felt some type of way of Darius Slay, not alluding to him being a captain. And that same video, that same morning, I swear, like an hour later, posting that video, I seen CJ Gardner Johnson putting out tweets about like if we need to sign a vet, that's a problem. We should learn from that last year, getting Kevin Byard. He didn't say Kevin Byard, but we all knew. And we only got to the wild card, and he started naming like the young guys that are on the team. Then stand the third. Then Slade came out and said like, look, I respect them, but Reed Blankenship is a part of the leadership council, which again, I'm an outsider. Never knew that. So that makes sense why, Darius Slay will say Reed Blankenship. It just makes sense. But CJ Gardner Johnson, he did bring that fire to the Philadelphia Eagles. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. But CJ Gardner Johnson being so much of a, like a part of the fans. Like we all love CJ Gardner Johnson. Like a fan favorite, I would say. That's the word I was looking for. So people just start pulling clip at the clip at the clip at the clip of Darius Slay saying some things on like other people's podcasts. And one of the things that got Darius Slay caught up is this clip right here.
To the table, he's very explosive. He got big playability. But it's how I do elite. The elite go to the top 4 guys. You know what I'm saying? That's how I do elites. And like elite for me in the quarterback world is Joe Burrow, Mahomes, Lamar,
yeah,
and Josh Allen. Them are the elites. They got their own, you know what I'm saying? They their own tier, but in that receiver world, he almost in there.
So he named his top 4 elite QBs and he left Jalen Hurts out, who just won the Super Bowl, which I wasn't too mad at it. I'm like, okay, that's his opinion first and foremost. And we got to look at it like Darius Slay is a free agent, but there's plenty of clips, and I post one on my Twitter, of Darius Slay showing Jalen Hurts some love. There's plenty of clips. And then after that, AJ Brown calling the Eagles community messy, bunch of tweets. He even quote tweeted a fan saying like, yo, that caption was crazy. He just gave his thoughts on the Eagles community. And then people start going at AJ Brown like, oh, do he say anything positive about the Eagles community? Which he do, because he was literally on Gilly the Kid podcast. He was saying like, Eagles fans, they passionate, but they could get a little crazy. So it's just been a lot on Eagles Twitter. A lot, a lot, a lot. The only thing that kinda again pissed me off about it is that some of the fans, some of the players, even AJ Brown, just a little criticism, and you guys know I love AJ Brown. It's a little criticism. You can't say we as fans are staring up the drama if CJ Gardner Johnson and Darius Slay is putting out the content. That's why I don't understand in my comments too. If I'm reporting on what they say, I'm not saying I'm an inside source and I talked to this source, that source, that source. They told me this, that, and the third. They're putting out the content. I'm just giving my thoughts about it. But that's just my opinion. But AJ do what leaders do. He's just trying to calm it down probably between the two guys, in my opinion. But one of the clips that came out as well, we're going to segue into a topic, is Darius Slay saying like he might go to the Commanders if the money's right. But let me play this clip.
Hold on. 5 years. Super Bowl champ. All
right, buddy. I mean, you can come win one with the Commanders. I'm just...
Hey, now, the price is right now. I don't mind. If the price is right.
You heard it!
I think if Darius Slay go to the Commanders, I mean, cool, it would make them better. But them signing all them older guys, I just don't think that will last long. Like I seen they signed Bobby Wagner. They traded for, Deebo Samuels and Marshawn Lattimore. And if they signed Darius Slay, I won't diss him and call him like a nurse at home. But come on, man. Bobby Wagner is not 28, 27-year-old Bobby Wagner. So is Darius Slay. If you watched Darius Slay last year, he had a great year, but he was in and out the lineup a lot. And if Darius Slay go there, he's asked to be the primary guy. Already like St. Juice and those guys, they don't even like those guys. So if Darius Slay got to miss a play or two or miss a game or two, it won't help them. And then you got Marshawn Lattimore dealing with the hamstring. So again, if they get him, it won't work for them, but it will work for us because we got the backup young guys who can come in and play. So I hope he don't become a Commander. But it would be a bad move by the Commanders. Some way, somehow, they got to get younger. And maybe I'm just a jealous fan and I don't want him to go to the Commanders. Who knows? Maybe I'm just a jealous guy. All right. Again, like I said, the clip about the elite quarterback thing, that one got to me because Micah Parsons, it just gave him, range to attack Jalen Hurts. He's like, Eagles fans not going to like this. That's when, he left Jalen Hurts at the elite quarterback, whatever. And this is what I got to say about Micah Parsons, man. This dude just talked so much junk. So much junk. Right there's a clip. Actually, let me play it.
Bad Mark.
Yeah, Lamar, Josh Allen. Jalen playing pretty good right now, too.
Jared Goff is a top 5 quarterback right now.
And Matthew Stafford. I love how Matthew Stafford played the quarterback position.
Sam Darnold could be in the top 5 conversation right now.
Yeah, Sam Darnold looking crazy, too. So
right, y'all just left Dak Prescott out of y'all top 10. Okay, cool. But that's what I didn't like because they gave Micah Parsons and the haters ammo. That's what I didn't like. And it's like this dude Micah Parsons who never been to an NFC championship game talking. This dude Micah Parsons that don't have the stats that Nolan Smith got. Josh Sweat, any of those guys got in the playoffs because he become so small in the playoffs. That's what they about, regular season stuff. Micah Parsons is garbage in the playoffs. Garbage. He wished Dak Prescott can do what Jalen Hurts can do. He wish. And time again, this dude just take his shot at the shot, just like his brother. He just takes shots. This is a Super Bowl MVP. You never even sniffed the NFC championship game. You got to relax. And that's why I don't like when fans say they want Micah to be an Eagle. He would not fit. I'm telling you, if we crashing out over what Darius Slay doing, we will crash out. Like this fan base will burn down if Micah Parsons was an Eagle. He'll be talking way too much on his podcast. And I don't think what Slay says is that egregious. So, yeah, man, like I said, Micah just always talking his talk about Jalen Hurts. But there is a Cowboys legend. Wish the Cowboys get a Jalen Hurts. But let me play this clip.
Quarterback. Ooh, Michael, you're so good at this thing. I want to go find me a Jalen Hurts. You see what I mean? I want to go find me a Jalen Hurts.
Of course you do.
Right, that's what I'm saying, because now I know it can win a championship. Oh. That's what I'm saying. Oh. I want to get together.
Hold it together.
Hey.
Shout out to Micah Irvin. Like, yo, we need a, like Jalen Hurts. I ain't say it. Michael Irvin said it. They need a guy like Jalen Hurts. So while Micah is dissing, there's legends. There's players on your team that want a guy like Jalen Hurts. So, again, shout out Michael Irvin. And that's all I got for you guys today. Hey, man, what do you think? How do you feel about the news today? Look, a lot of Eagles Twitter mess, but we'll get through it. It'll be a new topic within 2 days. Within 2 days, we get free agent frenzy March 10th. We'll be fine. We'll get through this. But this is Eagle Al, man. I'm out.